Hello, hello. Sorry for that little false start. I thought I would come out. I haven't been out here on the porch doing a vertical live stream for a while. Thought I'd come out here. It's a nice, cool evening here in the California area of Los Angeles. Today we finally had a break. Yesterday also, we finally had a break in that heat wave we were having, a heat wave. So it's cooled off now and seems to be going to be cool for a few days. So happy to do some updates today. What did I complete today? I completed a big video, a return to my acting videos. I'd been doing a lot of videos on editing, on production, and I thought, okay, now it's time to turn back to my acting videos because my acting videos are the most effective with you guys here on YouTube. So I have been having a lot of interest, getting some emails, getting a few messages on my channel, and thought it was time for me to answer and create some more content for beginning actors. So I noticed that a lot of the questions that I have been asked are coming up again from actors who are discovering my channel. I'm a little over 800 subscribers, and thank you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are the ones who've done that for me. A lot of you have been sharing my channel, which has really been helping me. You've been also sharing some of my videos, so I thank you for that. I do appreciate it. If you haven't seen any of my content, please follow the link below, and you'll go right to my channel, and you'll see some of my playlists. Find what you're interested in. I do a lot of comedy. I do a lot of content for beginning actors, editors, and directors. Acting, directing, and editors. People who are interested in that field. You may not have any experience. You may not have started doing anything, or you may just have a little bit of experience. A lot of the people that are following me and looking at my content are just starting or just getting started. And that's the strong point, I would have to say, with what I talk about. I talk to people and I create content for people who are just getting into this business or trying to decide if this is something they want to do. I get messages from people who say, I always thought about acting. I always thought about giving it a try, but I never really pulled the trigger and moved forward on it. So that's why today I started thinking about, today was the day I wanted to make another video, and I knew I wanted to make something on acting, but I decided to make an overall video that will line out some of the content that I plan to go into more detail with. So this video, you'll see it on my channel right now. It still should be right at the top, how to start acting without any experience. It gives you an overall view of what you'll need to know, what you should expect, the good and the bad. That's me. That's what I always talk about. I never sugarcoat it. I give you the good and the bad of getting into this field, because there's both, just like any field, but probably this more than others, because acting is a creative field, like, you know, music, dance, any kind of creative, painting, any type of pottery, artistic, any kind of creative field, there's goods and bad. There's a good and bad side. So I always make that aware. I don't want people to come into this thinking it's going to be easy. It's going to be something that, you know, they can just decide one day they're going to do it without being prepared. And unfortunately, a lot of people do that. They don't take it seriously because, honestly, it seems easy. They watch a lot of television. They watch a lot of characters. The characters seem believable. The characters seem realistic. And that's the job. That's the job of the actor, is to make the character believable, to make the character realistic, to make it seem effortlessly. It takes no effort to do it. And unfortunately, a lot of new people fall into that belief. Maybe they've done a play in high school, or they have done something in college, and they decide, okay, let me give this a try, but without any second thought about doing any training, about doing any reading, about taking any classes. So that's what the video I produced today talks about. How to prepare, how to get yourself ready to potentially enter this field and take it seriously. Find out what you need to know. I have a saying that I say in a lot of my videos, and it's so true. We don't know what we don't know. And if you think about it, it's kind of funny, but it is so true. You may have a misconception. You may have heard stories. You may have known people who fell into the business. I hear that a lot. Some successful actors, you hear those stories. Oh, I wasn't really interested in acting. I never really. And then you'll have some actors, unfortunately, who become successful, who actually did just fall into the business. Someone told them he had that good look, and the ball started rolling. But that's just like, I always tell people, that's just like hitting the lottery. We heard recently the Powerball. Two people in somewhere in the Midwest, I think, had all the numbers and the Powerball, and they hit it. You don't prepare for something like that. Two people here in California had all the numbers, but not the Powerball, so they won $1 million apiece. Pure chance. Astronomical numbers saying that, chances of hitting it. But ultimately, someone's going to hit it, someone's going to win. And those four people were winners. But you can't take a career and treat it like, you think you're going to hit the lottery without any preparation, without any knowledge, without preparing at all. So that's what that video is about how to prepare. You don't need any special skills to start this. You need some desire, and you need to know the truth. And that's what my video is geared at, letting you know the truth of what to expect, letting you know the details of what to expect, and answers on how you can get the training you need right where you are. You don't have to come to Los Angeles right away, California right away. You don't have to go to Atlanta. You don't have to go to New York. You don't have to go to Boston. You can start right where you are. Most places, when I first started acting, I was in Baltimore. And that was years and years ago. I was in college. And Baltimore really had a small market. It was just a regional market where maybe some training videos. Once in a while, a film would come to town. Some local commercials for car dealerships. A very little acting market. But what they did have, though, they had a SAG office for the Screen Actors Guild. So they did actually get productions there once in a while. And the way I started was I was in the very first film that John Waters directed called Hairspray. And this was in the end of the 80s. And you can go to follow my link below to my website, or in the description below, you'll see some links to my IMDb page. And you can see some of the work I've done over the years since then. But it was a long haul. I was in college. I had acting as a minor. Even before I started, I was getting prepared. I was taking acting classes. I was doing local theater. I was doing theater at my college, college level. We had a small theater on campus, and I would do theater there. I had an internship at a television station in Maryland, and I did some acting there. So I did all kinds of stuff to get myself prepared, and I read a lot. I read, and I still have the books now. I've been planning to do a video on some of the best acting books that I've read at the beginning of my career. And some of them are out of print, but the great thing is you can get any of these books on Amazon.com for pennies on the dollar, $5 at the most, $6, $3. So you can get these books online. And I recommend that you read a lot of those older acting books because they talk about the basics. The basics haven't changed about how to get prepared, what the mindset needs to be, what the different acting techniques are. And it's just the basics. It's for beginners. It's not complicated. It's not, a lot of those older books aren't, how can I say this? They aren't tinged or tinted by current day conceptions or ideas because they give you the basics, the original building blocks of becoming an actor or an actress. So I recommend that that's the way that you get started. Read some of those old books. Take your time. They'll help you understand what you're going to need to know and how you're going to need to get prepared. And then here on YouTube, not just myself, I have a lot of videos that you can watch. I ask you to come to my channel, watch the videos, and subscribe, and also watch my playlist that I have. I enjoy that. And you guys help me by watching my content and sharing my content. But I'm not the only one out here giving this information. There's a lot of acting information that you can look at and learn from many people who have been through it. Learn from people who are in the same position as you are, just starting, or have some limited success. What I like to talk about too is how to do it But I also like to talk about what not to do, the pitfalls you want to avoid, because there are a lot of pitfalls, especially nowadays. There are even more than there were when I started. So you have to be careful. You have to verify people that you're buying services from. So again, look at the video I created, follow link to my channel. You'll see probably in a little while some shorts pop up talking about some of the content that's in the video I just produced today. Follow that link also if you want. You'll take you right to the video. But yeah, there's a lot that you can learn. There's a lot that you can do right now before you even start to look for, and a lot that you have to do before you even seriously start to look for an agent or a manager or start to solicit jobs, because you need to be prepared for what you're going to be asked to do, what you're going to be asked to provide, and you want to be professional. You want to start right out of the gate being professional and knowing what you need to actively look for a job if being an actor or actress is something that you really want to pursue. So again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for taking the time to look at my content, look at my video. If you haven't been there, please follow the link and go to my channel, subscribe. I still need subscribers. I'm closing in on moving towards 900 subscribers, and I'm getting a lot of good feedback. So I want to continue to create content. I'm trying to get monetized, obviously, and I want to continue to make some humorous content, some series, YouTube exclusive series. That's one of the things I want to do because I see people doing it. I like what they're doing, and I want to put my content out there also. But there's not enough. I don't think there's enough. I think there should be more entertainment related independent series here on YouTube. And that's my goal. That's what I'm working on, and that's what I'm driving towards. So it's a nice evening. The sun is starting to set. You can see the sun shining in on my face. It's coming over the trees that are across the street from my home here in Pasadena. And it's a nice evening. So I'm going to, about to wrap this up. And thank you guys for stopping by this evening. I usually try to get on in the morning. I didn't get on this morning because I was planning on finishing up a short film I was working on. I just recently completed 2 short films, and I have a feature film that I'm editing. So I'm an actor, director, and editor. And again, you can look me up on the Internet Movie Database. You can go to my information below and find stuff out about me, or you can just go straight to Google and type in James Adam Tucker, and I'll be the first person to pop up. You'll be able to go to Internet Movie Database, see some of the work I've done in the past. I've been a character actor for over 34 years, done a lot of stuff, never made it to the A-list. That's one of the things I talk about in all of my videos, that it's a tough business, and I love it. I wouldn't give it up. I had a number of opportunities to give it up and do something else, go towards what I said is just a normal job. I have a lot of information in my background as far as editing and that kind of stuff that I could have went towards working for a company, producing that kind of content, or I even have a background in management in the security industry. So there were roads for me, but this was the path I'd taken, and I enjoy it. I still go on auditions. I went on a couple of self-tape auditions a week ago. Unfortunately, didn't book them. 2 union jobs. One was a feature film. One was a television series. But that's the part of this business. I talk about that also too. Dealing with rejection. It's a constant. It's a constant. It's something that you need to really think about before you jump into this business. Do I have what it takes to constantly be rejected and to keep going forward? Do I want to live this lifestyle, where basically your future and your success at the beginning is in other people's hands? If they think you are right for the role, if they think you are going to bring something to their project, they make those decisions right at the beginning. And it's a constant offering up of your services as an actor. And again, I tell it like it is. It's not an easy road. It's difficult. It can be difficult on you. It can be difficult on your family because it's not a traditional, consistent working environment. You'll see a lot of actors sometimes who work on big projects, lead roles, and then the next 6 months, nothing. It's like an empty well. So that's the business. Only a small percentage of actors work every week, and scripts are sent to them. Those are the rare. as they say in the world now, you all know what the 1% is. That's about the 1% of the top. Just like in any field, sports, business, politics. There's a lot of people in all of those businesses, but the 1% are the ones who are up at the top, who work consistently and make a consistent paycheck and can count on continually getting work. So again, it's not easy. It's a lovely business. I couldn't think of anything else that I'd want to do. And if you are like me, and this is something that you have wanted to pursue and you wanted to dream, go for it. I tell all the young people, if you can't get it out of your mind, if there's nothing else that you can do, if you're not judging two career paths between the two, go for the stable career. I've told a lot of educated, talented people that come to me and ask for advice. I tell them the truth. I don't sugarcoat it. I tell them it's going to be a struggle. It's not consistent. There's no guarantees. Even once you have success, there's no guarantees that that success is going to continue. Think of singers. Think of sports people. Think of any type of artists, painters, writers. There's no guarantee that what you're offering will continue to be wanted. You've heard the term one-hit wonder. You know, people worked all their lives to make a record. They made one hit, and that was it. And they're back working at a normal job. So you have to go into this with your eyes open, because that is a possibility. That is a real possibility. So the advice I give to people who are in college or studying a career, two majors. One can be something creative, acting, theater, whatever it is, music, but have a traditional major also. Even if your acting is a minor. That's what I did. I had my acting as an unofficial minor. And it worked out. I kept doing acting, and I've been doing it all these years, 35, 40 years. But I also have a video production business where I create videos for businesses. And now my video production business is slowly morphing into creating content for the internet for businesses. So it morphed, and I had to pivot with the times, and my business pivoted. It's still surviving. I'm still going forward. I still have clients, and I continue to work and serve my clients, but I still continue to audition. I never gave up my dream of becoming a working actor. And if I never reach it, at least I tried. And I have had some success. Like I said, go to my internet movie database. It's called IMDb. You'll see the work I've done over the last 40 years, 35, 40 years. And you'll see I've done a lot of television shows, a lot of films, a lot of independent films. I have an extensive background as an editor. You'll see a lot of my editing work there. And a director. I've directed over 25 independent feature films. So I know what I'm talking about in this business. And that's why I target my business to new people. Because I find that new people, I feel a great feeling when I can make you aware of the situation. Not crush your dreams. Like you may have some people tell you, oh, they don't want to get into that business. It's horrible. It's terrible. You know, don't even think about it. Go ahead and get your degree in law and become a lawyer. I don't tell people that. I tell them to go for whatever type of career that really pulls you, that moves you, that drives you. But also have some kind of backup. Have some kind of stable backup. So again, if you're in college, have a major and a minor. The major should be the career that's more stable, that's more reliable. And nowadays, you want to be careful too about what career you study. I'm not going to get off on this line because I'm about to end this video, but you need to be careful. We have something out there now called artificial intelligence, and it's taking away a lot of entry-level jobs. But I tell people don't fear it. It is a tool. It's not mechanized destruction of mankind yet. Not saying that it won't get there. Not saying that it can't get there. Not saying that it might not get there, because I believe it could. But right now, it's going to displace a lot of workers. So you, if you're in college and you're studying, learn about artificial intelligence. Put it to use for you and your potential employer. Because if you know how to work it, you know how to write prompts, you know how to use potential software that's related to the field that you're studying, you'll be more marketable. You'll be the one they choose. So keep that in mind. Don't fear artificial intelligence. Embrace it. It's just like another tool. It's just like word process, just like a computer. It's just like a good hammer from Home Depot. It is a tool for us to use. It's not something to be feared. Not yet. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.